feet. Do not touch the floor of the tram. Are seated away from the outside gates. As you board the tram, move all over to the far right, filling in all of the available seats. Does everyone have 3D glasses? Alright, if you don't have the 3D glasses, raise your hands, keep them up in the air, and our Studio Tour ambassadors will get you a pair of 3D glasses. Alright, everybody has the 3D glasses? Excellent. Don't put them on yet. Don't melt your eyes. It's very painful and embarrassing. There is no 3D happening just yet. Peter Jackson will appear in your high-definition monitors and tell you when to put those glasses on, so just take a look for now. My name is Marcellus. I have one burning desire. Let me stand next to your fire. Oh, dear guide is within the veil of secrecy over some of Hollywood's hottest filming locations. What's got a big going on around here? CSI Crime Scene Investigation. We have the Mindy Project. We have Chelsea lately. There is Family. Parenthood is on the back lot today with Craig T. Nelson and Lauren Graham. We got a couple of new shows, one of them entitled Sean Saves the World Song, Sean Hayes, and Ironside, starring Blair Underwood. The camera's ready at all times. You never know what you might see on the tour. It's full of surprises, so fasten your seatbelts. You don't have any. That's the first surprise of the tour. I think we're taking off now. Yes, we are. Say goodbye to everybody. Bye, everybody. Here we go. Hey, guess what? I have a co-host. You seen him on Saturday Night Live. You seen him on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. Now you get to see him on the World Famous Universal Studios tour. It is Jimmy Fallon. Thank you, Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Marcellus.
And the greatest driver.
Michael.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Marcellus and Michael
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Well, all right, just a few safety rules. Pay attention. There's a quiz at the end of the tour. If you have an emergency, or if you drop anything over the side, or if you have any audio or visual issues, give a tug on the emergency cord located above you at the center of the tram. I will be back to assist you, and the tram will stop just like this.
Sit down.
Yes, please remain seated while the tram is moving, keeping your arms length to the heads inside of the tram at all times.
Good.
What is he smoking? There is no smoking on the tram. Hey, get your feet off the couch. Last but not least, keep your fingers throughout the tour. There are loud noises. Yes. Look at that hair, fire effects, sudden tram movements, and the possibility of getting wet. Yours like that. Well, those are the safety rules. And I'm not kidding about that water. You see water coming towards you. Protect your cameras. They make it wet. Now I'd like to introduce you to the man who keeps the show rolling. He's our driver. We call him Michael. Big hand for our driver, Michael, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This man is so cool. He has his own theme music. That's how he rolls. Oh, yeah. This one's a star for you. Leave the theme part behind. Take you into the actual working studio where some of Hollywood's biggest names come to work every day. Looking on the side of the tram, you see those movie posters. Just a few examples of the movies that we've made over the past 100 years. Hey, we're heading down to the front lot. We have 35 different sound stages for interior filming, and inside of these buildings, we can create any type of environment that the story demands. Coming up on your left, stage number 12. Here's Carson Daly to tell you about our stage number 12. Carson!
Hi everybody, I'm Carson Daly from NBC's The Voice. I want to welcome you to the Universal Front Lot. Our show is filmed on stage 12. It happens to be the largest soundstage on the Universal lot. Take a look.
He's right about that, and currently stage 12 is host of The Voice, starring Christina Aguilera, CeeLo Green, Blake Shelton, and Anna Levine. Here's some other productions that have used stage 12 over the years. Hello. Why? At the bottom of this here we got stage number 20. Here's a clip from a classic Universal film filmed in stage 20. See if you recognize this movie.
I have the room ready for you and Mrs. Barrington.
Thank you, Will.
Did you hear that? Mrs. Barrington.
Not quite, darling, but soon.
Very, very soon.
Fella. Yes? Every bottle of champagne sent to the room at once. And make sure that we are not disturbed for any reason.
Oh, I think you He's going to disturb him for every reason. You failed to guess we had Jimmy Fallon inside of stage 20. Give you an idea what it looks like inside of our sound stages with the lights and the cameras going on the set. Hey, look at that. Well, here we are on the front lot. On your left of the stage is used for CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, starring Ted Danson and Elizabeth Shue. Hey, stage 25's doors open. You can see the back of something. Take pictures. Whatever Productions, I tell you, this store is full of surprises. Whatever Productions are using the stages, the doors are closed. There's a flashing red line on the side of the building. It lets everyone know, hey, we're filming in here. Don't open the door.
On your left-hand side, see those star wagons over there? That's hair and makeup for our big TV stars. Hair and makeup for people on the Mindy Project, because the Mindy Project is filming inside stage 27. Stars Mindy Kaling, Universal Television show on Fox. Of course, Mindy Kaling is from the hit TV show The Office. Stage 27 also home to one of my favorite Steven Spielberg movies. We built an entire rainforest in there for Jurassic Park. We also filmed Apollo 13 right inside there, directed by Ron Howard, and we also filmed How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This was one of the largest productions for Universal at that time, quite a challenge for director Ron Howard. Here's Ron Howard to tell you that it was a challenge.
It's challenging.
Thanks, Ron Howard. We filmed Guys with Kids right here in our back lot. We also filmed Chelsea Lately, which stars Chelsea Handler, here in our back lot. And we're filming Sean Saves the World, which stars Sean Hayes from Will and Grace. Check it out on your right-hand side, guys. The Minions are hanging out. Why are the Minions here? Well, they're here for Despicable Me, of course, and the brand new Universal attraction, Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, that's going to open up in spring. So if you're an annual pass member, please come back for that. If you're not an annual pass member, become one. Take your tickets at Universal Trading Company, find out that you can become one. If you're a kid on board my tram, you're going to want to check out Minion Mayhem. So please bug your parents, tell them you need to become an annual pass member. But remember, kids, if they don't make you an annual pass member, they don't love you. That's a simple fact right there.
It's one of the largest entertainment companies in the world. That includes some of your favorite TV networks. Which ones? I'll tell you. NBC, E! Sci-Fi, USA, Bravo, Telemundo, the Golf Channel, CNBC, MSNBC, the Weather Channel, Oxygen, NBC Sports, and many others. And together we take it audiences from the depths of the ocean to the surface of the moon without ever leaving our property. On your left, a series of 10 bungalows. They are production offices, and among the production offices is Illumination Entertainment. Producers of Set Chet says Despicable Me, Hot, Lorax, and of course Despicable Me 2. And coming up on your left, Bungalow 5195 with the Alfred Hitchcock logo. It used to be Alfred Hitchcock's production office for the Alfred Hitchcock Presents television series. Today it is the production offices of the Dino De Laurentiis Company. Executive producers Brian Fuller and Martha De Laurentiis have unleashed a show on NBC Thursday nights. Feature Fear with Hannibal. Hey Michael, telephone moment, hand it off to you. Oh, look at that. That's nasty. Don't touch it. Speaking of the macabre, Alfred Hitchcock, master of the macabre, managed to make appearances in almost all of his films. I have some of those cameos. See if you can spot Mr. Hitchcock. That one doesn't count. Alright, we'll help you out. There he is. There he is. Hey. Who is that?
My name is Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I know I do.
You've seen the plot.
Where we have our sound stages and our offices. Let's take a tour back on. This is where we film the big stuff, all the exterior shot on a very large scale. The Metropolitan sets are the most viewed sets on our back lot. Most recently, we've been filming the TV show Ironside out here, which stars Blair Underwood. And even Angelina Jolie filmed Changeling right here. That's right, Angelina Jolie has filmed scenes right out here on these streets. Think about it, because I am. Let's take it to Courthouse Square. Now you'll likely recognize Courthouse Square from my favorite movie of all time. That's right, that was the clock tower in my favorite movie of all time, which is Back to the Future. How do you know my favorite movie of all time? Have you been reading my blog? You're the one. That's right, guys, Back to the Future filmed right here in the City Hall building was the clock tower. We are in filmmaking history right here. As a matter of fact, here's Christopher Lloyd, who played Doc Brown, and the writer-producer Bob Gale.
It was actually the back lot of Courthouse Square that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had seen something in the clock tower on that ledge. There was a ledge about that wide, and I was standing inside looking at the ledge, and I already had vertigo. And I just thought, no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand on that. I was up to the clock run. Of course, I had a table.
That's right. Of course, Robert Zemeckis was the director of this amazing film. I love it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, Back to the Future. Now, these sets are also used before Back to the Future in Psycho 2, starring Anthony Perkins. Before that, a movie called To Kill a Mockingbird, with one of the greatest actors of our time, Gregory Peck. He won the Academy Award for Best Actor for this movie. This movie is so good, they even wrote a book based on it. I got that from Wikipedia. Let's take you right down New York Street.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Almost got mugged over there. An old woman, tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
I haven't seen nothing out here is what it appears to me. Now, you've seen our New York streets in TV shows like NCIS on CBS, Criminal Minds on CBS, as well as some of the big superhero blockbuster films like Captain America, The First Avenger. They filmed right in front of that monkey of Maui's on your left. The Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone. And Spider-Man 2, starring Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst, use the Lyric Theater on your left. If you remember Spider-Man 2, Mary Jane walks right out of that Lyric Theater. Here's a little clip from Spider-Man. Peter, with great power comes great responsibility. Uncle Ben! Thank you.
Now, if you guys look through any of the doors or windows here, if you take a nice close look, you'll see that there actually is no inside of the buildings. It is all just an illusion. It is what we call a facade, meaning just the front and the sides of the buildings. We only build what the camera will see, and that way your imagination just fills in the rest. Let me show you what this looks like here on your screens. Looks pretty realistic from the front. This is what it looks like on the inside of these buildings. Just wood. So outside scenes here, and inside scenes on the soundstage, like I showed you in the front lot. But on to the next part of our tour, very anticipated part. Here is the director of King Kong, Peter Jackson.
Original King Kong, the amazing one to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your life and speak about the future. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to Lost Island, you encounter monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Star Wars. It was great. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have to give your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, just put them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island. In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We're just taking the Kong and Skull Island and dinosaurs that we established in our feature film, and this is, another day, another incident on Skull Island, using the creatures and the character and personality of Kong as he appeared in the movie.
All right, guys, we're going in just a couple of seconds. Who's excited? Who's scared? Can I get one hand? Welcome to Skull Island.
experience on the planet. Sounded pretty good. I gotta try that again. That is the largest, most intense 3D experience on the planet. I feel young. You can see the looks on your faces with those glasses on. That epic battle was projected on the world's largest digital 3D screens that stand over 40 feet tall and 180 feet long, using some of the most advanced technology in filmmaking today. The film was designed by Peter Jackson and his team at Weta Digital. The filmmakers at Weta Digital have won 5 Academy Awards, working on such films as King Kong, The Lord of the Rings trilogy, and Avatar. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the only 3D portion of the tour. You will not need the glasses for the rest of the tour. Hang on to them. You got to turn them in at the end of the tour. If you should happen to drop the glasses, don't worry about it. We'll get them later. Now, it's true we do use computer-generated imagery in our productions, but we still need a practical set. For us, a practical set is anything that we build that you can use for real. Like the bridge on your right. That's a practical set. You can actually drive across that bridge, although the last person tried to didn't do so well. That bridge is featured in a number of television shows, including an episode of our television series, Quantum Leap, starring Scott Bakula and Dean Stockwell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you an up-close look at some of our most recognizable big screen icons. We call them picture cars. Remember to look both ways before crossing any street. No one ever listens to the guide. Picture cars are the vehicles that you see in a scene of a movie or television show. Have your cameras ready. Coming up on your left, some of the vehicles featured in the scenes on your screens. Some picture cars have become just as famous as the stars who have driven them. Over the years, picture cars have become bigger, badder, and faster as audiences embrace their need for speed. Bigger, badder, and faster. Coming up on your left, some of the racers from our Fast and the Furious films. Movie makers rely on picture cars to supercharge their films. Choosing the right vehicle can make or break a Hollywood blockbuster. It's especially true for full throttle films such as The Fast and the Furious. A combination of picture cars, motion control robotics, and computer-generated imagery allow filmmakers to bring nearly impossible scenarios to life. We're leaving the concrete jungle and taking you to a jungle island off the coast of Costa Rica.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Thank you. What was that? You know, the last Jurassic Park film debuted in 2001, so those dinosaurs are pretty much extinct. Except for that one. And that one, and that one. What the good googly moogly credit? Ow! I'm in the mood for some ribs. This story's full of surprises. In the mood for motion pictures such as Jurassic Park, I seem to recall it raining in the first 2 films. And you know what? It's not always sunny in Southern California, so in order to get the weather to cooperate with us here at the studio, Wait a minute, why am I telling you about weather? When I have access to America's favorite weatherman. You know him, you love him. He's the Today Show's Al Roker. Take it, Al.
Hi, everybody. Here's today's forecast for the Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry at 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Little Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street, and we've got a high chance of fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Isla Nublar. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neck of the lot.
You must be talking about where we are now. We call this Old Mexico. It says flash flood warning. Well, that's interesting. You need water for a flash flood. Okay, it's raining, but it's only raining on half the tramp up here. I guess that's what Al Roker calls a 50-50 chance of rain. Hey, I do hear some deep rumbling. That means there is a flash flood in the area, but you do not have to worry about that unless you're sitting in a blue seat wearing orange. Oh, I'd take cover back there the second and third car if I were you, because that water's coming for you. Coming for you. You think I'm playing, huh? Look at where we're parked. Our driver just said the parking brake was stuck. Oh, no. That water looks wet. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I know what you're thinking. I've only got more than blue. You see the ones that are making when they thought the water. Yeah, we moved to it now. We dump thousands of gallons of recycled water from tanks at the top of the hill. The water crashes down the hill and gets pumped right back into the tanks at the top of the hill so we can get somebody else with it. That area is featured a big fat wire or Frankie Muniz and Amanda Mine. Call Jim Mine.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that. What? Hang on, funny folks!
Yes, kids, you can outrun the wolf as long as you have a flash flood behind you. It's starting to look a bit rustic around here. At one time, Universal was famous for westerns. Hundreds of them were filmed on our lot. Stars such as Audie Murphy, Tex Ritter, Hoot Gibson, Jimmy Stewart, and John Wayne walk down the streets of our back lot. We're in the Old West right now. We call this 6 Points. At one time, we had 6 different streets with 6 different towns converging at a center point. This came in handy for directors of the silent era. They could film 6 different westerns at the same time because they weren't recording sound. You had to demonstrate the Old West at 6 Points as Jimmy Fallon. Take it, Jimmy Fallon!
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal lot.
I heard this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot you.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now let's see you mount up and get out of town while the getting's good.
All right. Well, I'll see you again, Fallon.
Or you can count on me, Fallon. Thank you.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
It's a bit contemporary here, but if you needed to look like an old western town, we threw dirt on the roads, bringing some cowboys on horses, and go, yeah! We're taking audiences from the depths of the ocean to the surface of the moon without ever leaving our property. One of the ways that we can do that is with this lake on your left. That lake was the entire Pacific Ocean for our television series McHale's Navy. It was the entire river for our classic horror film, Creature of the Black Lagoon. Ooh, it's scary. It's so scary, I can't even tell you. And what they did is they had the boat go up and down the lake back and forth, and they changed the camera angle. Then they had the boat go up and down the lake back and forth, and they changed the camera angle. Then they had the boat go up and down the lake back and forth, and they changed the camera angle. And then they, well, you get the idea. It's also used for the motion picture Psycho. I'll never find her car in there. I'm going back to the motel for a toasted cheese sandwich. All cabin store vacancies, huh? Oh, they found the car. You know what happened after that? 3 more movies and a TV show on A&E.
Earlier on in the tour, I did say that this is a place where everything is just around the corner. I'm going to prove it once again because on your right, we are about to enter Little Europe. Little Europe, like our Metro sets, can be transformed into any country we want it to be. All we have to do is change some of the languages on the signs, the flags, the cars, and we are there. Let me have my friend Jimmy demonstrate this. I'm going to bring it back again. Just keep in mind when you look at your screen, this all took place in the exact same location.
Jimmy Fallon e tu ne grosso Fatica TV.
Same background.
Je m'appelle Jimmy Fallon. Je m'appelle été baguette. Mais Charlie, non! Hallo, ich bin Jimmy Fallon. Ganz Schnitzer. Ich glaub, das geht auf mich.
Little Europe has been seen in television shows like HBO's True Blood, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Heroes. Also seen as Port Royale in Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean films with Johnny Depp as
Dracula, Frankenstein, hopefully a Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Invisible Man, Phantom of the Opera, classic. It's just brilliant.
That Frankenstein image, flathead, it's one of the great icons of the world.
That to me was like the essence of the Universal horror. And I was just mesmerized by it. Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney.
I remember the original Universal Studios Mummy movie really scaring me.
They're still ringing our memories now, and we love them.
So that was the Court of Miracles, one of our more classic sets. But if you look to the opposite side, guys, you'll see one of our newer sets. This beautiful house here is the set for the television show Home and Family. It currently appears on the Hallmark Channel if you'd like to watch it. It's a do-it-yourself arts and crafts show, stars Mark Steinis and Christina Ferrari as the hosts. Let me show you a little look. Here is the show Home and Family. Universal Studios Monday through Fridays, but they're currently on a hiatus, probably setting up a new set for their new season coming. So, like I said, if you'd like to watch, it's on the Hallmark Channel, and you could say that you saw the set from here. This is actually the opposite of what a facade is. Remember I showed you the facades on New York Street? This is the opposite, called a practical set, meaning we can shoot both inside and outside the house. There's a real interior with a full working kitchen, and they utilize the yard as well for filming. And this is what we call a hot set. A hot set means that the set here is dressed, prepped, ready to go. All the director has to do is yell, action. But in just a couple of moments, we're going to go inside Soundstage 50. This is our only two-story soundstage here at Universal Studios, and another great example of what we call a hot set. So we're just going to take a look inside here and get a little sneak peek. Working studio where celebrities come to work every day. As you can see, it's dressed for a subway scene, but the top level is a Metropolitan set. We're just going to see the bottom level.
You can see these stairs here all around you. It's stairs to nowhere. They don't go anywhere. As long as it looks real on camera, we've done our job here, Matt. Hold on, guys. That was an earthquake. Call that in, Sammy. You guys want to remain calm while have a drink of your soda. I fainted, you're on your own. Back on your left-hand side. Shouldn't have had that burrito for lunch. Which ones? Oh no, the ground's caught up on your right-hand side. Don't worry guys, it's almost over. 45 more minutes. We'll be up here as long as I don't touch the toilet upstairs. Oh, snap! Get out of here, Tammy. We gotta go. Alright, calm down for a minute, children. Let's make sure the important things are handled. How's my hair? We just survived an earthquake. You guys have a good time in an earthquake? Yay! Yay! I have to do that 10 times a day. What's going on? Let's get out of here! A water main just broke! Of course, actually brought Earthquake to life in this episode of Bones. This is a great example of a mechanical effect. You know what else is a mechanical effect? Jaws, that's right. Guess what, guys? We're taking you back to Amity Island. I know what you're thinking. What about Jaws? There's nothing to worry about. We've caught that crazy shark. He's on your right-hand side. Wait a minute. That's the wrong shark. Yeah, Jaws is supposed to have a small butterfly tattoo on the lower small of his back. Some sort of stamp. He's still in the water. Oh no, it looks like Jaws is swimming right towards Officer George. George, get out of the water. George! This is horrible. George just got married. He left behind a beautiful young wife. I'll be stopping by her house to console her. You guys are going to want to remain seated because your safety is very important for us here at Universal. That's why we're going to park behind these flammable gasoline tanks. Parents that use their children as shields. Ready to terrorize the kids? That's why you have them. That's right. Alright, let's give you guys another pop quiz. See how smart you are. What kind of shark is Jaws? What kind of shark is Jaws? Anybody know? Great white? No! Jaws is not a great white shark. He's a rubber shark. You can see Jaws doing the backstroke there. Check it out. Here's Steven Spielberg telling you about working with that shark that never moves.
That's a much more like shark, but it's not good. Didn't really work at all.
Wherever you were on the island, here, they were always saying, the shark is not working. The shark is not working.
Just wait for him. Just wait. The shark is well enough. It's wild.
So bad. Have you seen Jaws, man? Seen it? It's great, right? It's actually a really, really good movie. It still holds up after all these years. Just came out on Blu-ray. This is a great picture right here. Steven Spielberg inside the mouth of Jaws. Something you don't see every day.
On the land. Here on the right-hand side, you'll see this house, kind of like the home and family house I just showed you. This is a practical set as well, and it was originally built for the movie musical The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, starring Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton. This is our chicken ranch. Now I'm about to show you some other houses here in this neighborhood. Do I have any Desperate Housewives fans on my tour? Welcome to Wisteria Lane, home to the Housewives for 8 seasons. Let me show you around the neighborhood. We're going to start on the left side here. The beige and white house, Gabrielle Solis is played by Eva Longoria. The plum house here belonged to Bob and Lee in the final seasons. The yellow and stone house, Susan Delfino is played by Terry Hatcher. Now look to the right, the blue house, Brie Vandekamp is played by Marcia Cross. And finally, this other beige and white house here, Lynette Scavo is played by Emmy Award-winning Felicity Huffman. In between seasons 1 and 2, they added on this cul-de-sac we're about to drive on, adding the lovely green area here on the left, and the pink house at the end of the block. The pink house belonged to realtor on the show and a troublemaker, Ms. Edie Britt.
Next morning, Edie Britt decided to announce her return to Wisteria Lane.
Okay, you're not going to believe this, but she's back.
Edie, is that really you? You know someone else made a body like this?
Well, what happened to your tenant?
Yeah, came into some money and decided to move. We thought, what the heck? Let's move back.
We?
occupied at one time on the Universal lot. One of them was just for putting Who's into their makeup. So I felt like it was one of those extravaganzas from the 30s or 40s. Sets that were inspired by Dr. Seuss, brought to life, made functional enough that, you know, you could shoot on them, actors could climb on them, people could do flips off them. And it makes me so proud that it's become this kind of evergreen. And that every Christmas rolls around and it means something to a lot of kids.
Like the Who's from Whoville never had much luck with neighbors, because not only did they live next door to the Grinch, but they lived next door to the real psycho, Mr. Norman Bates. On your right there is the Bates Motel, and you're going to see the Psycho House here coming up at the top of the hill. Here's what it looks like in the original film. Guys, we have a special guest. It looks like Norman has moved back home, so everybody watch out.
We all know what a mess he does.
Hi, Norman. We were just talking about you. How are you doing? Nope. Sorry, car 4. Oh, car 4. I'm sorry. Oh, Now, guys, we're coming up to what now is one of the most impressive sights in the back lot. This is the crash site from the 2005 film War of the Worlds. You can take as many photos as you'd like. Here on the left, you will see this is an actual 747 aircraft brought here to Universal Studios and was intentionally destroyed for the film. The first 3 sections you see here were brought in by a truck. The tail end, which you'll see in your way out though on the left, however, is so large they brought it in by a helicopter. Purchased the plane for $60,000. That seems pretty reasonable, right? But shipping and handling will always get you, because it cost us an additional $200,000 just to bring it here to the back lot. Let me show you guys. Here's War of the Worlds on film.
It was all designed around visions. You sit down and talk about what if it's right? Because it's just something you can see. You know, good. Thank you, Recipe. Listen, man, I need so much your push recipe. It's so close to me. Robbie, get in. Get in.
Now somewhere off to where a little more quainter and a lot quieter and more peaceful here. You will see this log cabin here on your right hand side, and all of the construction here and the tents and the light setup is from the Mindy Project, the television show. But the log cabin you'll see here was originally built for the film The Great Outdoors, starring John Candy. Here, behind all of the, I know it's a little hard to see from the back here, but the tents and all this setup here, behind it, you'll see this giant blue screen. How could you miss it? This is what we call Falls Lake, guys. Does anyone know how a green screen works in the news? This is the exact same concept. This is one of the world's largest freestanding backdrops, and just like the green screen, put the actors in front of it, film the scene, taking computer images later on and replacing it. You're going to see an example here on your screens of Bruce Almighty. Here's Jim Carrey, Morgan Freeman. They shoot in front of the blue screen, and then adding the images later on to replace the blue or green. Same exact concept. Blue and green are the only 2 colors not seen in human skin color. That's why we can put our actors in front of it when filming. So let me show you what Falls Lake looks like in action. Take a look.
can't believe it. We've made it to the end of our tour, you guys. How about
Stephanie
and
Kevin?
Weren't they the best? Hey, before we go, I'd like to sing you a little song I made up. I was just 5 years old. It's called Tramcasting. We had a real good time together. Now the ride is done. We saw some crazy cool stuff, and we had a lot of fun. This tram has made its final stop, but don't be sad and blue, 'cause there's still one more thing that I'd like to say to you. Have a tramtastic day. Have a tramtastic night. Watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything will be alright.
Thanks, Jimmy. Like I said, guys, such a pleasure having you on board today. Can we give it up for our driver, Kevin, one last time? Thank you, Kevin, for driving us around. Friendly reminder, the park closes at 10. Make sure you get on all the rides and shows you'd like to see today. My personal recommendation for the day, Transformers The Ride 3D. Who went on it already? Anyone go on it? It's awesome. And for those who have not, make sure you get on that for the day. To our annual pass holders, thank you guys for coming. If you'd like to become an annual pass holder, please go to the Universal Trading Company at the park entrance to upgrade your pass. Join us all year long. And to everyone, come back next spring 2014. Brand new attraction coming called Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, based off the Despicable Me films. It's going to be great. We'd love to have everyone come back. So, welcome back to Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. My name's Stephanie. Once again, I'll be at the side to answer any of your questions, comments, or if you just want a high five or a hug, whatever you want. And welcome back. And like they say in the movies, that's a wrap.